Hey guys, this is Pokemon Volt White, video Volt White 2, I keep forgetting to say that. This is Pokemon Volt White 2, video number 11. In the last video we went through the Castelia city sewers and found Berg down there. We also found Team Plasma down there. Hugh was with us, he was healing our Pokemon for us, which was kind of nice. Yeah, I'm kind of tired from like running around looking for everyone. Oh, thanks for the water, man. Thanks for the water. So this is Berg. This is the what the hell am I saying? This is this is Berg, the third gym leader in Unova. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know why it was taking me so long to come up with that. But that's what this is, Berg. Third gym leader in the Unova region. Bug-type gym leader. The first gym trainer we battle is this guy, Harlequin Clarence. So I'm going to send in Kingsford. Kingsford is going to be my main Pokemon here in this gym. Kingsford, and probably Bon Scott too, because I know he has a Vespiquen. And I'm pretty sure that's what he leads off with, is the Vespiquen. So I'll probably actually lead off with Bon Scott to take on the Vespiquen, because honestly, I don't think Kingsford can take on the whole team by himself. Alright, if Pinzer's Revenge keeps doing that, I should be able to have like 4 HP left or something like crazy like that. Or 6 HP, okay, that's even better. But see, this right here is why I don't think Kingsford will be able to take out his whole team by himself, because I mean, if he has a Pokemon like this, Pinzer, or like a Scyther or something, then you know, Kingsford's going to be running into trouble. And, you know, Bon Scott can help out too, because if he does have a Scyther, Scyther is a, you know, part flying type. Anyway, he's sitting in this Burmy now, and I'm hoping I can take this thing out with one hit. Yeah. Okay, well that just put me back down here. You don't need that. I'll come up here. These cocoons are interesting. Yeah, I need to go this way. These cocoons are interesting, but I think I prefer the little, like, honeycombs. I don't know. What do you guys think? You know what? That's the question for this video. Which, gym, design do you prefer for Berg? Do you like this gym design, or the one in his black and white gym with the honeycombs? So let me know in the comments which gym design you like the best. This one or the old one. Anyway, we're battling this guy Shelmet. His first flame charge didn't quite knock him out, so let's see here. That Ember, it does knock him out. Super effective. Shelmet fainted. Shelmet is the one who evolves into a Selgor, I think, and Carablast evolves into like the one that I don't know, like to me those two are like bass backwards, because like the one that Shelmet evolves into looks like the one that Karrablast should evolve into, and then the one that Karrablast evolved into looks like the one that Shelmet should evolve into. Like, because the one that Shelmet kind of looks like a little like guy in a armor, and then when Karrablast evolves, he has like this whole suit of armor. He's got like a lance and everything. He looks like he's getting ready to go jousting or something. But yeah, what's the one that Shelmet evolves into? A Selgor. I think that's its name. And then here's Karrablast. Karrablast evolves into, I want to say his name was like Escavalier or something. I don't know. I've actually never used that Pokemon. I should use that Pokemon. I don't know when I'll use it, but maybe when I play Pokemon Black 2. Which reminds me, I need to order that game. I haven't actually gotten that game yet, and I like to order them because they're usually cheaper online than they are in the stores. But yeah, I need to get that game because I should get it at Costco. I don't know if they have it at Costco anymore. Like last time I was at Costco, they didn't really have a big video game like area. They're kind of like I don't know, cutting back on like the electronics they have at Costco. Like as far as like not the computers and such, but like their DVDs and music and stuff. Anyway, got off topic. The thing is, I need to get that game before November 12th because that's when the Genesect event ends. And I want to have Genesect in both games. I already got the Genesect in my Pokemon White 2, but I want to get Black 2 in time to get Genesect in that game too. And it just got really dark outside. That was weird. Anyway, we're doing pretty good here. Just took out that Yanma. Now he sent out this Mothim and uses Protect, which is okay, I guess. Flame Charge doesn't hit because it's Protect, but this time Flame Charge will hit. Let's see if it'll be a one-hit KO. Yeah, it's a one-hit KO because Kingsford is epic. Next is Butterfree. You know, these would have all been good Pokemon for Bon Scott to battle too, because they're all part flying. And like I said, Bon Scott, I'm probably going to lead off with Bon Scott when I fight Berg, and he's going to, you know, come in handy against the bug/flying types. And no, I actually don't think I want Nessie to learn Twister, because Twister only does 40 damage. And Nessie isn't a dragon type yet. And Nessie already has Dragon Rage. Bubble Beam and Octazooka are a lot better moves for Nessie to have at this point. Now the thing about Twister is if you're fighting a Pokemon and they use the move Fly, if you use Twister while they're in flight, I think it actually does double the damage. But you don't typically find a lot of trainers in these games that use the move Fly. So I think I've only ever gotten to like take advantage of that situation once, maybe. I've had it used on me a bunch of times, but you know, it's because if I have a good physical flying type on my team, I'll have them learn Fly. Which I usually do. I mean, really, the only game that I haven't had a good physical flying type on was Blaze Black when I used Noctowl, which is more of a special flying type. But you know, Spirit Gold and Storm Silver, I had Altaria and Charizard, which are, you know, physical Pokemon. In Bloody Platinum, I'm gonna have Salamence, which will be a physical flying type. So yeah, we'll see about this game. Like I said, I already know, I think, what my Pokemon are going to be. My 6th team member is still a little bit up in the air, but I've narrowed it down to 2 Pokemon, basically. And lucky for me, they both appear in the same area. So I have up until that area to really make my decision. So. Anyway, I'm sending in Bon Scott to take on this Ninjask because it's a flying type and it uses extreme speed, but that's okay because Elekid has the plus defense nature, so he can just be like, ooh, Shockwave, and the Ninjask can be like, ooh, dead, but it's super effective and Ninjask gets a speed boost, which is alright because Ninjask is already freaking fast to begin with. Let's see, I'm gonna use a super potion on Bon Scott because I think he can take on, okay, he uses Furry Cutter, which won't do much of anything at this point. This time he uses Night Slash. Oh, wow. That was good. Way to hold on by 2 HP, Bon Scott. And you almost screwed a level 26. Almost being the key word there. Anyway, next he's going to send in a Durant, which is a bug slash steel type, which means he's really freaking weak to fire, so he's actually going to go first. And then I'll have Kingsford use Flame Charge. Yeah, super effective. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Durant fainted, Kingsford gained experience, and grew to level 27. Woo! Alrighty then. Now where do I go? I came in the one in the front, so let's go in this side one here. And okay, it just brings me over here. That was great. Let's go in here then. Uh-oh. Okay, so here we are with Berg. Before I fight Berg, though, I need to go back and heal my Pokemon, so we're like, woo! Cool. Alright guys, I am gonna run to the Pokemon Center. This is such a big city, so it'll take a while. Yeah, I just might as well run to the Pokemon Center before I fight Berg. I mean, you just see these people like just standing around the town. They're like not really doing anything. I mean, there's a couple guys with briefcases just standing there. Are y'all waiting on something, or y'all, like, is it your job to just stand there and, you know, talk to me when I come up to you? Because I don't know, like, I've been in, like, you know, downtown big cities like that, where you go downtown and, you know, people don't typically just stand around, and if they are standing around, it's because they're, like, waiting on something, like they're waiting on a bus or, like, a cab or something, and you don't just go up and talk to them. You, like, just go up and, like, hey, and then they, like, have some profound statement to tell you. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because, like, I was gonna say that, that's not very realistic, but then I realized, wait a minute, that's what's not realistic about these games? Not the fact that I'm, like, being transported through these, like, giant cocoons to battle this guy with my Pokemon that can, like, spew fire and electrocute people that come out of these little Pokeballs that I have attached to my belt. And the guys who are just standing around the town are what make this game unrealistic. Okay, so we're gonna fight Berg now, and I put Bon Scott up front, and while y'all weren't looking, I gave Bon Scott the Eviolite, which will raise his defense and special defense, and I gave Kingsford the Charcoal. Kingsford Charcoal. But anyway, yeah, I gave Kingsford the Charcoal to hold so that his fire type moves will be up. Yeah, that X-Scissor actually did some pretty decent damage there. I got lucky right there with Vespiquen not being able to move, because if she had attacked me, I probably would have died, and I don't have any revives. I can't buy revives yet. I'm thinking maybe after this Berg battle I'll be able to buy revives. Anyway, he heals Vespiquen, which is fine, because I'll get her back down to the red, and then because he used that turn to heal, I'll get to go again, and well, I'll use a super potion. I got lucky again there with her being paralyzed. Bon Scott will get to use another electric move, and that'll be it for Vespiquen. Alrighty. Well done, Bon Scott. Now, just to let you guys know, I did come in here. This is actually my second time battling Berg. The first time I came in here and battled Berg, I lost. So I came in here again to battle Berg, and like this time I kind of came in with like a strategy, because I knew what his Pokemon were going to be now. So I kind of had a little strategy for taking on Berg this time. The first time I took on Berg, Kingsford fainted, like actually really early in the battle. So then it was just up to Bon Scott, and Bon Scott wasn't really able to like do anything. It's all about the matchups. You know, you gotta put your Pokemon up against the ones that they can do well against. Like this Lievany, Bon Scott's not really gonna be able to do much against this Lievany, attack-wise. But what he can do is use Thunder Wave, get it paralyzed, and now Lievany is unable to, may be unable to move, but his attack goes way down. So what I do now is I get Bon Scott out of there, because I don't want Bon Scott to faint. If Bon Scott faints, that's it. So I send in Cyndaquil. And the reason I went into Cyndaquil and not Kingsford is because if I had gone into Kingsford, that would have happened. I don't think Kingsford would have fainted, but Lievany would have attacked. Kingsford would have lost HP. This time, this way I can go right into Kingsford, he'll attack first, and knock out Lievany. Because if you switch into a Pokemon after another one has fainted, it like resets, which is kind of nice. Anyway, I am sticking with Kingsford for this Masquerain, even though Masquerain has a type advantage with the water. I'm just gonna see how much I can get his HP down. His Intimidate lowers my attack, but I'm gonna keep using the Flame Charge anyway. Kingsford was able to take that Bubble Beam. I knew he'd be able to take the Bubble Beam. So, but he can't take another one, so I need to get Kingsford out now. Let's see. Come back. I'm going to send in Nessie. Because, and the reason I'm sending in Nessie is because I need to send in someone who can take an attack from this thing. And, so that I'll have time to heal Bon Scott. Because Bon Scott's down in the red, and I really want Bon Scott to be full health when I put him back in. So this Masquerain is going to use a Signal Beam, which will kill Nessie, but that's okay. Nessie did her job. Alright, Bon Scott. Shockwave, and that should do it, I hope. And it does. Cool, cool. So now Bon Scott's at level 27, just 3 levels away from evolving. He's going to send in a Scyther now, and I'm going to stick with Bon Scott, I think. Or, I'm not, actually. I'm going to go into Mudkip. And, let this Mudkip take an attack from Scyther. Super Potion on Kingsford. Now that Scyther is holding a Flying Gem, so just kind of be aware of that. If he uses like a wing attack or something, it'll do like extra damage. I send in Bon Scott to have him use Thunder Wave, I'm actually kind of surprised that Bon Scott outsped the Scyther. But now he'll outspeed it for sure. Scyther can't move because of the paralysis. And Electro Ball finishes it off. I really, really like this Thunder Wave Electro Ball combo. I've never used it before, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a lot of use of it in this LP. I'm not planning on him forgetting Electro Ball anytime soon. Probably not until he learns Thunderbolt. And maybe even then I might not even have him forget Electro Ball, because that's just a really neat combo. Berg sends in the Genesect, but does not feign because he has a Focus Sash. Genesect uses Spore, which puts Pig Knight to sleep. Kingsford to sleep. I know I have an Awakening in here somewhere. Yeah, Awakening. So he goes for the Seed Bomb, which isn't very effective, and now Kingsford's awake and able to use Ember. And that's a dead Genesect. So there you go. Kingsford grew to level 28 and wants to learn Heat Crash. And Heat Crash is a fire type move that does like damage based on how much the attacker outweighs the foe. So I think Embor is pretty heavy. So I'm gonna have him learn Heat Crash. Because like an Embor using a Heat Crash on a Pokemon like a Lievany, that would be pretty traumatic for the Lievany. Alright guys, we just defeated Berg, got our 3rd gym badge. Isn't that awesome? That's pretty awesome if you ask me. So next video we'll go do something else. Bye bye.